Okay, everybody, welcome. We have been partaking and playing in the early access release of King's Raid all day. We were streaming for about 7.5 hours this morning, and we have now been playing off stream for another good few hours, just grinding and trying to push Luna in particular, but just in general. So I just want to go over this video specifically, what I've seen about the test, what I feel about it, and is there any good, bad, and sort of what to expect from the game when it potentially re-releases sometime soon. Question mark. So the game is King's Raid. It looks the same. It plays the same. Do not expect a revolution. Do not expect a whole new game. It is and still will be King's Raid. Is that good? Is that bad? That's up to you to decide. But the game is very much the same. It plays the same. It looks the same. All your favorite characters are here. Not really, but all your favorite characters are here. In this particular test, we only had access to a total of 20 heroes out of the proposed 31 that will be releasing on release, which is unfortunate because I wanted to play in particular with a few other heroes that are not here available, but there's still a good amount of heroes that we had to look at. Now, Now, the game itself, again, plays the same, looks the same, is very fun. There are some content we don't have access to in this beta, such as the shop and a few other places. No guild, no PvP, for example. And they did say that the main point of this test is mainly to have a look at what the ability is, not really the actual numbers. Basically, the numbers will be changing, the numbers will be different. So don't fully trust the numbers right now. There'll most likely be changes, as a lot of people have complained, because a lot of the changes have been pretty rough. A lot of characters, while others have been benefited. So that's the first thing we can talk about. Changes. There have been some great changes. For example, Luna has been absolutely buffed absurdly, which is great for me. Her S2, for example, used to be 3 hits. It is now 4. Love it. That means more cooldown. That means more everything. I love it. Her S1 is 1 less mana, which is nice for auto. But her S3 is now 3 mana, so that's a slight nerf. But hey, you win some, you lose some. Overall, I think Luna has been massively buffed. I am very happy with it. I am very happy with Luna changes. But then other changes, for example, I know some people are upset with Jane. I believe Jane is no longer quite as strong. She doesn't have, for example, her damage increase on her S1, which kind of sucks because she's not a supporty. But her damage is pretty good, and she recovers a lot more HP now than she did before for herself. Frey's shield, for example, now has status resistance instead. Well, we don't know if it's instead of, but she has that, which she didn't before. But shields used to give CC immunity, so something like this is kind of useless, unless what people are theorizing is that they've removed CC immunity from shields, which would suck. I have not been able to fully test that yet because I haven't looked into testing it. Other characters like Epis have been nicely, in my opinion, buffed, potentially changed. I know Cleo, I checked out Cleo, looks pretty good. Celine looks pretty good, though some people are complaining that she has lost her damage, her defense ignore damage, which kind of sucks. And someone like Reyna looks very similar. Were a few of the characters I looked at this morning. I will look into every character more in depth later. Moving on from then, things like CC do appear to have been sort of moved around and changed. A lot of the numbers have been moved around. So there are changes there, and expect more changes to come. Overall changes like rewards, I do believe have been nerfed. Chapter rewards in general are a bit lower than before. So maybe if it stays that way for release, that would probably kind of suck. But we don't quite know how it's going to look like on release. Apart from that, what else is there? If you guys haven't heard, there are no NPCs on release, so there will be no access to unlocking, your Veronicas, your Mays, or your Lomans, for example, that were all very important in the late game stage of the game. Is that bad? Is that good? We'll see. Time will tell. But for the time being, that is what it is. Dispatch battles is still working. Is very fun, great for farming. You still have little raiders. The menu is not here, but I do have a way of accessing the menu, even though you shouldn't. I'll maybe cut this out, but you can access the little raider menu over here, no issues, but you don't have access to anything, and you cannot summon or it will crash the game. it will soft lock. If you try and access the shop in any way, shape or form, it will not let you. Unfortunate, but makes sense. But what is fun is all the songs are here, so they clearly have plans to do with things, or they just haven't gotten around to deleting it. Yeah, I've been trying to break the game all morning. I was not able to. I mean, I got into here, for example, but yeah, there's no way to actually get any eggs, which would have been awesome. But yeah, no, I cannot manage to. Obviously, you need to summon, and the summon's been disabled. So nothing actually loads when you click on that. Apart from that, for example, sub-stories are still here. If we go to, where is it? Let's jump through it the old way. This, we can click on, this sub-story. You can still access a sub-story, which curiously gives us access to characters such as Ophelia, Priscilla, and Theo, which are not part of the beta or even release for 2 of them. The other guys need you to clear a lot more of the story, which is not available, and there's no shortcut, which would have been fun. But you can actually go in and play them, but they don't have any updated kits. The game itself, I'm trying to think what else is there. We obviously don't have a lot of time to progress really that far, because when you have chapter 4, we can't get more than tier 4 gear. Tier 5 if we're smart with it and I can upgrade it, and I will slowly upgrade it and see if I can push to T5 and a couple of stars on Luna just for the fun of it. But we got her the earrings, which is probably the best earrings I will be able to get on her for this beta. We shall see. I will try and push her ever so far just for the fun of it. Aside from that, gameplay is the same. There really isn't anything special. There's no content really to look too deep into it. Tower of Challenge is here, but it only has some 60 floors at the moment. Yeah, 60 floors. I am currently stuck on the chase floor, but I need to try again because I might be stronger now, and I'll be leveling up my Jane and Frey shortly to push higher. Cursor 2. Cursor has been pretty fun for me. Gao has been pretty good, and I haven't tested much of anyone else yet. I want to test out Maria, and I want to test out potentially Nalia, or just test out. So I wanted to test out Nalia and Celine for my physical ult along with claws, but I might just stick to maxing out Epis and Cursor for testing, and Maria and Lorraine, and just stick with the magic team. But we'll see how far my resources go. I want to try and T5 Jane and Frey, but I also want to try and T5 Epis or Cursor. We got access to tons of unique weapons, so I cannot tell you how the progress or the process of progressing. The progression is, I don't know. Essentially, we all just sped run the story, max out our characters with the free gifts. We don't know, but that's what it looks like. Yeah. Now a couple of the bad things that are still in the game that we're not sure what they mean. Once you hit T5, you have this menu shows up, which is the menu from before to access the scrolls that let you push past level 100. But even the UI for the instructions are not here. So potentially this just means that it doesn't actually work, and they didn't fully remove the UI. I hope. The other one is unique weapons. There is still the UI for 6 to 15, which is bad, obviously, if they actually implement it. Everyone hopes they don't implement it, or if they're going to implement it, please implement it in a way where it's actually fun. Even if you just make it the same as from, 1 to 5, please, I would be happy with it. Honestly, make it the same as it was. Just remove the, reducing the star on break, and I'm happy with it. I would love to push Luna to 15 unique weapon, just for the fun of it. You stop everyone at 5-star, you push your fan favorites or your DPSs to 15, and that's it. I'd be okay with it, but I hope they remove that system entirely. The new rune system is here, which good and bad, who knows. There is obviously no Apocalypsean raid or anything of the sort. We can't really tell if there is any problem there, but the rune system is there, which is, I like it. I like the new rune system, it being here, being different. It's nice. Everything is all in one place instead of having to jump around 3 pieces of gear to see your runes. I like it. Different, but I like it. Aside from that, we do have class buffs, which just showed up after some time today. So I can probably make the most of this. I should have done this before. But class buffs are still here. Missions, we have obviously the 1 to 4 missions. Some of the other missions have been removed or are not accessible right now because it's a beta. And some things we can't even complete, like this mana stone. There's no way to get a mana stone in this beta as far as I know, and as far as I have been able to see. Yeah, that's probably a quick overview of the beta as a whole. So far, I've been loving it. The actual stability issues have been great. I have not had any stability issues. It has been running absolutely fine. The few crashes I've had, I had one crash due to an update that came while I was trying to do something silly, and I think it just broke it. And the other ones were me doing stupid things like actually closing it or trying to do multiple other things at once, but it's never been the game's fault. I've barely had any cell runnings. Some people have said that the loading screen is a little bit slow still, and I do believe that's true. Like loading into and out of a battle still takes a little minute, but it's not too bad. I do hope it gets a little bit better, of course, but I think overall it is pretty good. Yeah, I think that's essentially it. I think that covers most of it. We don't have any access to say anything more. There is obviously all of this kind of stuff. It's still here, but we don't know how much things are going to change. So it's not fair really to go into it and speculate too much, but we want to look at exactly what, what are they working on so far and what that this might show us for the future. So I do think it's a good start, but it still needs a lot of work. And I really hope they work on it, make it better, and I hope it'll be ready for release and CBT for release and CBT very shortly, basically, because I am having a lot of fun playing it again and trying to max out my Luna, because I will be maxing out my Luna 120%. Oh, that's a fun bug. Okay, that's a fun bug. I will report that shortly. But yes, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next one.